Hi, thanks for tuning in again. Today I've got a good drill for club face control. So a topic here that I find would help a lot of players. And this is actually a viewer inspired video. So thank you Seb Wokes for the comment on the previous video. Common question was, what is my best drill for club face control? So obviously the best drill for each individual player out there may change. This one, however, I've used fairly frequently and I've had good feedback from players. I personally, as a coach, like the connection that it gives from the sequencing of the body to the delivery of the club face. And if we have good rotational speeds and the body's working well through the hit, then typically you see the club behave a little better for us. Okay, so for the drill today, all we're going to use is a club and an alignment stick. The majority of the drill is with the alignment stick. And I'm going to show you it down the line first. And I find that the thing I really like about this drill is that it really connects together, that when the extension phase on the lead side begins and the influence that has on the club, but also it gives that sense of how you can get the body open without the club face getting way out here and causing an outside in path. So I'm going to set up here, I'm going to get the club face. I'm using these sticks as a reference here as far as path. I'm aimed somewhere out of that bush in the distance there. So I'm going to get set up, I'm going to make a small backswing, and then I'm going to, as I rotate down, I'm going to make sure that I put the stick on the ground. It's about a foot outside my foot here. I'll show you from down the line in a minute. And then from there, all I'm going to do is I'm going to push up through my left foot, push my left hip out of the way and rotate my chest and drag the alignment stick on the floor. And what I think this gives a great visual for is that as I'm doing this, one, I'm creating that stretch across that lead side here, but two, as everything's moving left, you can see how the end of the stick is actually moving slightly out to the right. Okay, and it's really important when doing this as well to control the release. So we don't want to get too long here and then not be able to control the release, because when I do that, I'll show you from this side. So I drag it too long and it flicks, you'll see I'm not beginning that extension phase of the lead side early enough. So from face on, what we're looking for is a little swing back, rotating down, getting the tip of the stick to touch the ground about a foot outside my trail foot. I'm going to drag it along the ground there, making sure my head stays right but just behind the ball where I want to impact. And then as I get to here, as you see I'm coming to the shot, I'm getting that nice extension to that lead side, I'm nice and open, and then I can control the finish on the way through. So essentially the stick stays on the ground to just before that lead foot for an iron shot, and then you control the exit there. It actually really reminds me of another one of my favorite drills for iron play and club face control, where you'd actually take a golf club into a swim pool and getting out of the box here with this one obviously, but you'd actually swing the club just half swings in the swim pool, and the water would, if the face was open at all, the water would push it more open, and the face was closed, it would push it more this way. So you really stabilize with these muscles here, these segments here, your bigger segments, to make sure that that face stays square. Okay, so once you've done a couple of those with the stick, grab a club, make your backswing. Now just make a check as you're coming down here and make sure the face is good. But I want you to have the same sensation with the body, that you're almost dragging that club through and then controlling the finish. Okay, when you have the stick, one feel I didn't go over from face on is that as you're coming through here, you really feel this lead side of the rib cage wants to move out of the way in a nice stretch across it. And that's a really important feel to have to keep that speed through the delivery so the face remains a little bit more stable. So a good place to start with this one is, again, as I've said in other videos, let's just tee the ball up. And then with a club, down to that position there, that's about where the stick would be on the floor. And check the face, make sure that lead side is extending at the time I want it to. Otherwise I won't be able to control the finish. If I stay too much this way, I'm going to get really narrow in my follow through. If I extend too soon, I'm going to like throw the club into the release. Okay, so in here now, a little swing, into this position here, feeling the stretch. Okay, you can even hit from there if you want to. I personally like to just really just keep it going. They'll make a backswing and then feel like I'm creating a nice stretch. And then I know that I've done a nice job in that extension phase on that lead side if I can control my finish. So I'll try and hit one of those for you. So I'll move back. There's the stretch. There's that extension phase on that lead side.
Yeah. It was the next step, man.
And if I can control the finish there, I know that I've done a pretty good job. So that's the drill there. We'd love to get your feedback on it, Seb, after you played around with it there. I hope you got an alignment stick in your bag at home. But obviously another good one that you can do at home and you can do on the range. And you can get a good sense of it to take into your routine on the golf course. So thanks for the question once again. If there's players out there or people out there that are enjoying the videos, you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I try to put the best content I can to help you with your game.